Stadium in Eugene. It's the Iowa Hawkeyes and the Oregon Ducks. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
When you talk about decibels, making it hard to play for the opponent, the first stadium you've got to think about is Autzen Stadium in Eugene, Oregon. This is one of the most acoustically challenging places for opponents to step onto the field. The loud and the proud, the Ducks make noise whenever opponents come to town. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. The Ducks headed toward the ball, and we're ready for action. On the move from inside his 5. So Iowa's offense will go on the attack first. And finding space to throw the football against this secondary will be a challenge.
Hey, man, I can't wait to watch this chess match today. This defense, they are so buttoned up, man. They are dialed in. They know exactly who they are. They can run zone. They can run man. They can stop the run. Like, they make things really hard for quarterbacks, Jesse. And this quarterback on the other side, he's pretty dang good. So I'm excited to see this matchup.
He's really good. He just has to be keyed in on timing. The ball has to come out on time. You can't stare things down against this defense because they're going to make you pay. And they try to make you see ghosts. I think one of the really good things about this defense is that they do a nice job disguising their coverages and changing the picture pre-snap to post-snap. So we know this quarterback physically, obviously, one of the most talented in the country, but mentally today, he has got to be sharp.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this third down. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down. And the Hawkeyes will call on their punt team. Trying to get started. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on him. So Oregon's offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. They sure hope that dynamic connection that was on display last week rears its head and wreaks havoc again today, Jesse.
And last week, it didn't matter what the secondary was doing from a coverage standpoint, David, whether it was man, zone, double covered, ISO. These two were simply unstoppable. Huge challenge for the defense today.
Well, maybe they tried the triple coverage. I mean, because obviously nothing worked a week ago, but I've got to take his main threat away. Obviously a superstar out wide. Like, I've got to make somebody else beat me. Obviously a great QB wide receiver duo. I'm just not letting that wide receiver
makes the catch, and he's free. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Ducks come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Here's more to throw. Look out. Leaves it short. The margin for error is so small in this conference. It's really imperative to get off to a good start in Big Ten play.
Especially, Reese, since you're adding so much talent now to this conference. But, yeah, year in and year out, you know the mainstays in this conference, but there's always some surprises, and I'll be interested to see how everybody starts off this season. Listen, this is your first opportunity, Palmer, in conference play, in a major conference, obviously in the Big Ten, to make your first statement.
And it's going to be taxing all season long for these players. Physically, obviously, and you expect that in the Big Ten Conference. But now adding all those West Coast teams, these guys are going to be flying.
Touchdown, Ducks! Good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with a 21-yard touchdown pass. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And they make the tackle on the return. There is a penalty marker on the play, and they might be backing up a bit. They'll get a little bonus yardage added on with that face mask penalty, adding 15 to the return. And it'll be first down for this offense after the personal foul. They'll try the right side. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. Let's talk for a minute about Iowa. They had some holes to fill on the roster. They've gone into the portal. They brought in a pretty decent haul. How good do you think this staff feels right now addressing those areas of need, David?
Well, I think you feel really good about bringing in quality depth, experienced depth, but now the trick is to merge it with your other guys and everybody get on the same page, you know, and moving in the same direction.
The coaching staff is so excited, too. They feel like if they can stay healthy, they can take an extra step versus where they were a year ago because of these new bodies they found.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. The Hawkeyes will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Trying to take it back. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Grabbed in the middle. It's Moore. They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. He's changing the play. Dante Moore. Caught. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there, and how about the speed after he made his break? He was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. Moore to the air again. Unloads it left. Got him downfield. Touchdown Ducks! He found some open space and turned on the Jets. And the extra point makes it 14-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they pay it off with a strike from 38 yards out. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. The Hawkeyes offense heads out to start this drive. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Finds a crease. It's Phillips. Works his way ahead for 3. They'll spot it at the 18. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. Out wide left, it's Phillips. It's a fumble on the play. And this fumble bounces out of bounds. And you could just feel a collective sigh of relief when that ball rolled out of bounds.
Yeah, that defense, they looked excited. You see all those bodies trying to run over and jump on that football? That offense is very lucky that thing trickled out of bounds.
So the early contact for the defense, and they'll move it up 5 yards. After the whistle, it's 1st and 5 for this offense. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Driven back.
Well, to say that this guy was unblockable in their last game is definitely an understatement. He was living in the opponent's backfield, and he does it again very early in this one, David. And I know he was a guy this offensive line and this coaching staff were concerned about, and early on, they don't have an answer for him.
I'm about to say that they still have the concerns because, geez, early on, he's in the backfield right away. Got to have some kind of an answer, man. First of all, maybe not run towards his side. Secondly, maybe we double team him, but there's got to be a plan because when you get near him, bad things happen for your offense.
Just gets rid of it to avoid the sack.
And coming into this game, talking to coaches, man, they were worried about how fast this defense was, how physical it was. And so far throughout this game, man, it's shown up. Like the speed, the tackling, the eye discipline, they've done such a good job owning this football game early. And it's on the offense now. They've got to find some answers.
They'll start this drive from the 42. Moore fires to the wideout. Pulls it in. There he goes. Touchdown, Oregon. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. They'll see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Holly Rowe has an update.
Checking in from the Iowa sideline, I can tell you this crowd has played a factor early in this game. On the road, in a hostile environment, they have not been able to get going in this game. They have failed to score, not productive on their early drives, and they are talking about how the crowd noise is impacting them. I see them talk to each other, trying to tighten things up at the line of scrimmage. This is a factor. This crowd is making a big difference here so far. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. On the ground, it's Phillips. Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator because on first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up. And now you're having to probably dial up a throw on third down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
He's got it on the right. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30+. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. First play of the period, first down here. Straight ahead, it's Phillips. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Rush is on, and here's a fumble way behind the line. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession.
Man, and this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. It doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
And we might as well state the obvious. First and second down didn't work out. Third and very long. Flagway. And the missed connection on third down. And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. This will be a 50-yard field goal attempt, and he'll have to curl it in from the right side. And the try is no good after the missed field goal, still down by 21 points, guys. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Zings it complete to the right. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. And the Ducks want to pick up the tempo. Changing the routes with his receiver. Moore will throw. Gonna let it fly. Grabs it inside the 15. Into the house. Touchdown, Ducks. Third touchdown of the game. A third of his season total. He now has 9 on the year. This dude is revving his engine like that duck coming out on a motorcycle. He is putting up points and finding the promised land.
And it's nice to have a guy that can do that. Goodness gracious, they just keep finding at Oregon is trigger men. Not only throw the football, but guys who can pick them up and put them down and make big plays.
Let's see what Holly Rowe has for us on the sideline.
Checking in from the Hawkeyes sideline, I can see a lot of conversations happening between the offensive line and the running back. They just haven't been able to get the ground game going. They're talking about he has got to be more patient, and they have got to give more of a push up front. The crowd is making it hard, though. I can tell you it is hard to hear as they try to struggle and communicate. We'll see if they're able to come together against this very hostile crowd. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Flagway wants to throw. Swings it out to the flat. Oh, he's got some space. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
And the Hawkeyes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Running inside, it's Phillips. He goes down at the 47 after a 5-yard pickup. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. They'll give it to him again. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. With the catch, it's Diaz. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. And the whistle blows as they bring out the trainers to have a look at an injured Duck. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Phillips. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Throwing, Lagway. Quickly to the flat in the wide receiver screen. Breaks a tackle, and he headed to the end zone. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Hawkeye. Getting set for the point after.
My man, get him the ball. He will do the rest. Catches the football, walks into the end zone. Feed that man the rock.
They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. He'll start the return inside his 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. With an update on that, let's check in with Holly.
Checking in from the Oregon sideline. Players are really starting to feel this momentum. They've got a big lead here in this game, and they were expected to be just where they are.
Makes the grab deep. Nothing but green grass down the middle. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Ducks. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point was good to finish things off. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Iowa has the ball back on offense. They've fallen into a hole here, and they need to start fighting back right now on this drive. First down, he'll keep it. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Listen, nice completion, short game. Now you get to third down. Third down's more manageable. But guess what? If I don't get it on third down, I still got that fourth down in my pocket. Nowadays, analytics, we're going for it anyways.
Here comes the heat. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be fourth down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Not a lot of room to make this catch. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Holly, what update do you have on that?
Checking in from the Oregon sideline. Guys, they have a big lead right now, and they were expected to be here. One of the top teams in the country. They have performed that way here today. Even though some of the players are starting to celebrate just a little bit, coaches keep saying, we have more work to do. If they really want to continue to be one of the best teams in the country.
Running wide open down the gut of the field. Touchdown, Oregon! Rolled into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up. He scores for the 5th time in this game. And the extra point splits the uprights. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. OC, quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Gets it almost to the 30-yard line. They'll mark him down at the 29, and a solid return there. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Didn't even get started. He'll be dropped for a loss of 3.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Left side is Phillips. Found a little bit of room and picked up 8 before he was stopped, and that'll take us to the 2-minute timeout. Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. Defense couldn't quite hold its water, and it'll be 5 free yards for the O. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Quick give. It's Phillips. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3. The Ducks signal for their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Hawkeyes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. From the gun, running back gets the give. Nowhere to go. Now Oregon will call its second timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. 3rd and long, a lot of ground to cover. On the run, it's Phillips. Picks up just a few before he's brought down. Not really willing to take a risk there on 3rd and long. Final timeout taken here by the Ducks. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this 4th down. They punted away on 4th down. Gonna field this one in tight quarters. Make makes a move. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. Holly, what do you have?
Checking in from the Oregon sideline. Guys, they have a big lead right now, and they were expected to be here. One of the top teams in the country. They have performed that way here today. Even though some of the players are starting to celebrate just a little bit, coaches keep saying, we have more work to do.
He's got it at the 20. To the house. Touchdown, Ducks. He's in the house for the 6th time in this game. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. On the move from inside his own 20. He'll bring it out to the 33-yard line, and that's where he stopped, and that's where they'll put it in play. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. Here's Lagway to pass. And the throw down the gut falls to the grass.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Dropping back, it's Lagway. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. Still running at the 40. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. The Hawkeyes call a timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Power ahead. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Iowa!
Well, let's just call it like it is. The first half has been ugly for this offense. Not a lot to cheer about until that play right there. They finally score. We've seen crazy things happen in college football. They're way down on the scoreboard right now, but anything can happen, and anything can change after you score like that.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Slips through the line. Got a little room. He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he made the extra point without problem. Not much coaches love more than finding points on special teams, and that 94-yard touchdown return gave it to them. Here's the return from inside his 10. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. And here comes the Iowa offense ready to go to work. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with the young fellow on the sideline to be like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. We start with a look at Utah, taking on the number 10 team, the Miami Hurricanes.
They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. We check in with Holly Rowe.
I caught up with the Oregon head coach coming out of the locker room. He wants an even greater sense of urgency from his team. It's the Big Ten Conference season opener, and even though they had a good first half, more urgency, more execution here to start the third quarter is the team's focus coming out of the locker room.
All right, Holly. Quarterback signaling to his guy. Throwing more. He's looking deep. Makes the catch on the right side. Oh, what a spin. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Ducks! Into the end zone for the 7th time in this game. And he tacked on the extra point. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. The Hawkeyes offense heads out to start this drive. Bunch formation for these receivers. They give it to the freshman, first carry of his career. All over him immediately.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
Uh-oh, look out. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down. They'll run this play from the pistol. Wants to throw one first. Out wide left, it's Woods. Turns it on in midfield. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. And the Hawkeyes getting set on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Yates.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Wiggles free. Quarterback gets enough. Breaks into the open. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10. They'll stop the clock to have a look at the injured Hawkeye. The Hawkeyes are threatening on 1st and goal. Trying to run, it's Yates. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Perfect execution by this defense. They played pass, sat back, looked at the quarterback, took everything away, and even better, good pass rush, finishes it, now put him in a predictable 3rd and long situation.
Turning to the running game here on 3rd and goal. That was an important stop there as they try to hold them to a field goal on this drive. And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. Let's not say they cut into the deficit with that field goal. Maybe just, I don't know, tweaked a little bit of it away with their fingernail. Deep in the end zone, it's Bear. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. As we check in with Holly.
Guys, here on the Ducks sideline, players are really starting to feel this momentum. They've got a big lead here in this game, and they were expected to be just where they are. Guys are talking to each other.
It's a seam wide open. The 10. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Oregon. His 8th touchdown of the game. And he tacks on the extra point. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. On the move from inside his 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Let's go down to the sideline with Holly.
Checking in from the Iowa sideline, this defense has been the star of the show today. The offense has had their back against the wall, and now is the moment they've got to come alive. They are trailing in this game, and I could see them talking to each other before they take the field for this drive. Now is their moment. They feel it, and they're trying to get each other hyped up and ready to go for this possession. Reese?
Holly, thank you. And the Hawkeyes come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They'll try the left side. All over him in the backfield. He'll lose 3 on the play.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. The Hawkeyes decide to punt it away. We've seen a lot of the punt team 6 times tonight. He'll try to make the catch in traffic. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. With an update on that, let's check in with Holland.
Checking in from the Oregon sideline. Guys, they have a big lead right now, and they were expected to be here. One of the top teams in the country. They have performed that way here today. Even though some of the players are starting to celebrate just a little bit, coaches keep...
Catch inside the 25. Touchdown, Ducks! This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone. His 9th touchdown of the game. And they did tack on the extra point. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see quarterback, 1 snap, put it in the end zone. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. On the run, it's Yates. There he goes. They stop him after a 6-yard run out to the 24. They'll stop the clock to have a look at the injured Hawkeye. That is the senior offensive lineman who's shaken up. Holly Rowe will check on his condition. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. They'll send the tight end in motion. They give it to him again. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. So they're facing 3rd and short from the 25. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. And the Hawkeyes will try to pin them back with the punt. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Looks it in. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Under pressure. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He is in! Touchdown, Ducks! And that is 10th touchdown of the game. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Iowa has the ball back on offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Tight end now in motion. In the backfield, it's Woods. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. Back's got it on the screen. And the screen goes nowhere. They stop him for no gain on the play.
And that's a really good play by this defense because you want to run a screen offensively when they're blitzing. When they bring pressure, you can throw it right over the top, get it to them, get some space, but they stayed home just enough there to make the play and get the tackle for a loss.
And the sack all the way back at the 5. The Hawkeyes send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Holly, what update do you have on that?
Guys, here on the Ducks sideline, players are really starting to feel this momentum. They've got a big lead here in this game, and they were expected to be just where they are. Guys are talking to each other. Keep eating, keep eating. I know they want to finish this game off strong, but with a big lead, they're starting to have a little fun down here on the sideline. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. 2nd and long here. Making the adjustment on the play. Here's more to throw. Unloads to the right. Nice play to knock that one down.
How about the coverage by the defender on that throw? It was as if he knew where the ball was going to go. He practically ran the route for the wide receiver before swatting it away.
From the gun on 3rd down, Dante Moore. He's got an open man. Touchdown, Oregon! Into the end zone with a breakaway score.
After that amazing performance in week 1, this offense wasn't content. They felt like they left some plays out on the field, even though they were able to get that win. I feel like they've taken another step. They've raised their intensity level. They've raised their execution. This team is going to be a contender this year. You can just feel it.
That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the 3rd quarter stats will show you. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. They'll move the tight end. Still on his feet at the 25. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. The offense lining up for a 1st down play. Motion from the wideout. They're going to ride this running back. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on 1st down.
And I go back to him again, too, man. I mean, just the big play, the play before, and they say, why not? Try it again, get it to the running back, try to create some space. Better job by the defense being gap sound, coming downhill, not letting him break tackles and make a big play.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing.
Drives inside. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple. And the Hawkeyes will punt this one away. On the return. Well, they finally stopped him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Holly, what update do you have for us?
Checking in from the Oregon sideline, the team is rallying around their quarterback. He has been terrific today. Every time he comes off the field, they're patting him on the back, making sure he knows that he is their guy. His performance has been stellar. Not a big surprise, but still, the way he's shown up and shown some composure and poise, the guys are rallying and loving what they're seeing from their QB. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. They're all over him. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Maybe an ill-advised throw there into the middle of the field, and it's knocked down and incomplete.
How about the linebacker breaking on the football, seeing the quarterback, the ball comes out, he moves right to where the ball's going, nice anticipation, and swats the ball to the ground.
They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Left side is Bear. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. Dante Moore was to throw again. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with a 20-yard pass for 6. From inside the 10, here he comes. And the returner will be knocked down. And here comes the Iowa offense ready to go to work. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. Using his legs, it's Yates. Just smothered on the play.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. He's going to go down, and he's in his own end zone. It's going to be a safety.
And that's one the quarterback just has to learn from. When you're backed up like that, you've got to be able to get rid of the football. And I know he's got to scramble. He's trying to break out to the right-hand side to see if something positive can happen. But all that pursuit is coming after him. He needs to throw that thing away, live to play another play, but instead, he gives up the big safety.
He uncorks a bullet to the right. Pulls in the deep ball. Off and running. All the way. Touchdown, Ducks. Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Hawkeyes offense heads out to start this drive. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency there.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together, get some good mojo going.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
They'll run him again. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wide receiver. The hand to the running back. They were all over it. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want it.
This has got to be frustrating if you're the offensive coordinator because you've had receivers open down the field, just haven't had time to get them the football. This defense doing an outstanding job with their pass rush.
3rd and long coming up. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. The Hawkeyes will punt it away on 4th down. They'll look to pin him deep. Making his first move. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stops. Holly, what do you have?
Guys, here on the Ducks sideline, this is one of the most incredible performances we have ever seen, and you can feel it down here on the field. These teammates are going crazy right now for their quarterback. The most passing touchdowns in a game.
It's a running room. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
I gotta say, the mental toughness that this team is showing early this season is real impressive. And going down the field and scoring on that last possession, putting themselves in position here to go 2-0, they're answering the bell. This team has leadership on both sides of the ball. Very, very impressive.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Iowa has the ball back on offense. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, this is one of those games where you're not necessarily throwing the playbook in the trash after this one, but I do think this coaching staff, David, really has to be honest with themselves and rethink what schemes are working and not working and which guys maybe need to get more touches in this offense.
Well, I think I like the trash option as well because it's been hot trash. This has been a bad day. Offense, defense, giving up a ton of points, not scoring near enough. So it's been a bad day you're going to want to forget.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Wants to go up top on second down. Fires downfield. Pass is incomplete, but there is a flag, and the D might have been a little too rough on the quarterback there.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer.
They're desperate to do anything they can to try to slow down this guy who's just been spinning bean all day. A little carried away with that roughing penalty. Just couldn't stay off the quarterback, and that roughing the passer call has them set up with a 1st and 10. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. 2nd down, gonna throw it. Oh, pressure's coming. Slings it downfield. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Hit as he throws. He's missed 3 in a row now with that last incompletion. And the Hawkeyes line up to punt it away. Fields the punt. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. As we check in with Holly.
Checking in from the Oregon sideline. That last drive was electric for this team. As you know, their quarterback broke the national record for the most passing yards in a game. He has been on fire here today, and the fans know it, his teammates know it, but he's not done yet. He just gathered everybody up and said, guys, all right, come on, let's focus in now. They got to finish off this game. Guys?
Appreciate that, Holly. Making the adjustment. Dante Moore. Lets it fly. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Throws to the wideout. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Got his man downfield. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total. They'll try to add another to their lead. And he... the extra point. Good work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the points come on a pass from 39 yards out. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook a little bit.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Might as well run him again. He's brought down immediately and barely got it back to the line of scrimmage. Final timeout taken here by the Ducks. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. Tackle is made at the 25-yard line, and that'll bring up a 4th down. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did